Jackmaa, the co-founder of Alibaba Group. Jackmaa today is one of the richest person in China with a net worth of $37.5 billion. dollars. But he started his journey working for $12 per month. Just take a look at Jackma's success story. It will motivate you and inspire you to never give up because you just can't beat the person who never gives up. Jackma was born in China and comes from a humble family. He always wanted to learn English, and as a kid, he spent his early mornings riding 70 miles on his bicycle for 9 years, giving English tours to foreigners for free. It was his way of practicing and learning English. In one of these tours, he met a foreign girl who gave him the nickname Jack because his Chinese name was hard to spell for her. Even from his early childhood, he faced hard times. He faced so many failures and rejections. Jack Ma failed in his primary school examinations 2 times. He failed 3 times during his middle school exams. He failed 2 times before he was accepted by what he was considered the worst university in his city. He even applied to Harvard University 10 times and got rejected every single time. But that's not all. This was only during his education. Jack Ma was never a great student. He was always terrible at math. He failed in several subjects in school, but he possessed some kind of awareness that convinced him that being at the top of the class doesn't mean that you are intelligent or that you will ever be successful. He knows that there is more. Jack Ma tried and failed to get a job after applying to the 30 times. When KFC came to China, 24 people went for the job. Jack Ma was the only person who was rejected. He was also one of the 5 people who applied for job in police force and was the only getting rejected after by being told, no, you are no good. But when asked about his rejections, he said, I think we have no good use to it. We are not that good. After spending 3 years to get into a university, graduating with a bachelor's degree in English, he started working as an English teacher with a pay of only $12 per month. But he was never discouraged by any of this. The very important thing you should have is patience. In 1995, he had his first encounter with internet when he went to US with his friends and he was fascinated. He saw the lack of Chinese webs as amazing business opportunity for him. So with no experience in coding or in computers, he founded an internet company for China. Unfortunately, his first 2 companies failed to succeed, but for the boy who failed his whole life, this was a starting point on his journey to success. So, 4 years later, he gathered 17 of his friends in his apartment and convinced them to invest in his business to create an online marketplace he called Alibaba.com. The main idea was that the site will allow exporters to post product listing that customers could buy directly, but being were really hard. In the beginning, I just wanted to survive. For the first 3 years, we made zero revenue, but soon the service started to attract members and investors from all over the world, and the company had raised $5 million from Goldman Sachs and $20 million from SoftBank. Since the Alibaba has become the biggest online marketplace in China and generates more profit than Amazon and eBay combined, and has turned Jack Ma into one of the richest person in the world. So don't let your humble beginnings, your level of education, your lack of resources stop you from pursuing your dreams, because your success is determined by the amount of effort you put in, and most important, by not giving up when failure hits you. It will hit you if you don't give up. You still have a chance. Giving up is the greatest failure, because there is a man who knows the meaning of failure. It is Jackmaa. Before reaching his 30s, he felt like a failure all the time. He felt like a loser, but that didn't discourage him. On the contrary, he said, I knew this is a training course for me. He looked at every challenge in his life like an opportunity. Jackman never thought in his life that he will be a businessman. He never thought he would be a teacher. And most certainly, he never thought he would become one of the richest person in the world. But at some point in his life, he was all of those people, and on the opposite there were other things that he wanted to do, like he wanted to be a policeman and he wanted to work at KFC, but being the only one who got rejected, and it looks like those rejections and failures were for his own good. So don't be afraid of your failures. Once in your life, try something, work hard at something, try to change. Nothing bad can happen, and remember, never ever give up. Today is hard, tomorrow will be worse, but the day after tomorrow will be a sunshine in your life.